to use for reference marks on the timing cover, like the marks that you have on the screen right now, marks on the harmonic balancer. In some diesel engines, we have marks on the housing where the flywheel is located, but it is not common. But some engines have marks on the flywheel. In general, the marks are on the timing cover and on the harmonic balancer. What is the meaning of the firing order? Is basically the moment of the detonation of the explosion in each piston. What is the order? Is 1, 6, 3, 4, 2, 1, or 6 to, yeah, depending of the designer, the firing order is different, and depending of the angle where the cramping is located in the crankshaft. Okay, this is very, very important. The firing order is normally the firing order is located on the block of the engine or on the intake manifold on the engine. Is part of the casting of the block, and this is for the rest of the life the order of that engine. Of course, if the engine uses the crankshaft recommended by the manufacturer and the camshaft. Suppose that I have this is our engine, and the engine is rotating. Our engine is rotating clockwise. It's rotating clockwise. Okay, and in this moment the piston is going up. This is the compression stroke. This is the compression stroke, and of course, in compression, it's supposed that both valves are closed. Okay, the piston is going up with both valves closed. What do you think? In what moment should be introduced the fuel? I am talking about a diesel engine. The piston is going up with air inside of the cylinder, and the piston is compressing the air. But in what moment should be introduced the fuel? A little before the piston reaches the top of the center, exactly at the end, or a little after? What do you think is better, in your opinion? A little before, use in the moment that the piston reaches the top of the center, or use after? Before you respond, I want that you think in this. In the moment of the explosion, especially in diesel engines, the power of the detonation is a big detonation. The piston goes down with high force and high speed, and immediately the piston reaches the bottom, start again on top with high momentum. With high momentum. When the piston is going up, it's coming up at high speed with too much force. According with that, what do you think? You introduce the fuel a little before, on top, or a little after? The majority of the people respond a little after. A little after is okay, but what is the consequence? If you produce the explosion a little after the piston passes the top of the center, you can overspeed the engine and you can destroy the engine. The piston is going up, and before the piston reaches the top of the center, I introduce the fuel. I advance the timing. Yeah. The piston is going up, reach the top, pass a little, and in that moment I introduce the fuel. I retard the injection of fuel. What is better, retard or advance? It's better advance. Why? Because when you advance, you control the speed of the engine. If you retard, you inject the fuel too late, you overspeed the engine and you can destroy the engine. In this video, in this moment, I have a top view of the heads in order to indicate that one is forward. Those are 1, 3, 5, 6, 7, 2, 4, 6, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is the nomenclature for the cylinders. And now I have the distributor. Where is installed the distributor? The distributor is installed in that hole, in the intake manifold. Look, intake in one side of the head and exhaust. Intake, the carburetor, intake, 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 exhaust manifold in both sides of the engine. Okay, the distributor have one gear that engage with the gear of the camshaft that you have on the screen. That gear engage with the gear of the camshaft and enter with a seal, with a gasket of air. The gasket is important in order to avoid leaks. And this is the bracket to keep the distributor on place. This is an important bracket to keep the distributor on place. We are going to lose the bracket in order to move the distributor and advance or retard the timing. This is the rotor. This is the rotor, and the rotor, the copper of the rotor, is rotating 360 degrees and pass the current to each cylinder in the distributor cap. Okay, and the rotor is rotating because the rotor is connected with the gear on the camshaft, and in the bottom is moving the oil pump. For that reason, you need to move the oil pump until the rotor, if everything is at zero position with piston number 1 on top the center, the rotor should be pointed with the cylinder number 1 when you introduce the distributor. I am going to show to you what is the zero position with the stroboscopic light. I connect the light is working. I connect to the battery positive and negative, and connected to the cable number 1. And right now I am going to point it, the timing light, exactly, and I am going to check what is the mark on 0. The car in this moment is in idle. In this moment is located at number 4. Okay, at 4 degrees before top the center is the idle position for this engine. We are going to check the marks. This gear, the gear that you have, this is the fuel injection pump gear, and this is the mark according with the manual, and this is the camshaft aligned with the crankshaft according with the manual, and the piston number 1 is in top dead center. Yeah, camshaft and crankshaft are aligned according with the manual. This is for Lehman, and the mark of the fuel injection pump is at 0 position. You see the mark is a perfect alignment. In this moment the engine is at 0 position, and I can remove the fuel injection pump easily because the engine is at 0 position. This is the moment that you can remove the fuel injection pump to send to the machine shop in order to calibrate the pump. Now I am going to explain again the procedure in a diesel engine with the gears in contact gear with gear. Remember that the majority of the diesel engines, the timing position is normally 4 degrees before top the center, depending on the manufacturer. Always check the information in the manual according with the manufacturer specification. All right, we are going to do exactly the same process with this engine, exactly the same procedure with the second diesel engine that I prepared for you. All right, timing diesel engine with mechanical. Okay, look at the crankshaft aligned with the fuel injection pump. This is the crazy gear, the idle gear, and those marks, camshaft marks, those are the marks, fuel injection pump marks, and crankshaft, and the piston in top dead center, and all the marks are completely aligned. Fuel injection pump, crazy gear, crankshaft, and camshaft. In the bottom there are other crazy, and the oil pump, the gear of those gears are not necessarily aligned. Okay, this is the mark of 0 position, and the top mark is the 6 degrees before. Okay, in this moment is in 0, and this is 6 degrees before. This is the mark where you should let the fuel injection pump align it in order to start the engine and run the engine appropriately. This is the procedure to remove. Before you remove the fuel injection pump, okay, remove the fuel lines at the injectors. Immediately you separate the fuel lines, ABYC recommendation. Cover the injector with caps, plastic caps, and cover the fuel lines in order to avoid intrusion of humidity, ABYC question. We are going to do exactly the same for all the cylinders. All the cylinders exactly the same. And right now, if everything is in zero position, you remove the gear of the fuel injection pump, and right now you are ready to remove the bolts. Carefully and separate the fuel injection pump with the lines properly covered and send to the matching shop in order to be repaired the fuel injection pump.